All right. Was Kendrick halftime performance boring? Let's talk about it. Um, it's really it's going to depend on your listening habits, because if you rock with all his songs, this probably wasn't an issue for you because you're going to follow him and you're going to know his newer stuff and his older stuff. Um, or if you're definitely a listener like me, I think I'm even more of a minority in that niche because instead of going for his popular stuff like Humble, I would prefer a Mortal Man or something like that, listening wise. But objectively, I know there's a right time and a right place for things, right? So there's no way in hell you playing Mortal Man at the Super Bowl. But I say this to say this. That was repetitive. Was it the time for Kendrick and his subtleties towards Drake? You had the A chain, A minor, right? Serena Crip walking, him specifically standing in the X during Peekaboo, which references XXX Tentacion and his possible elimination set up by Drake, right? Allegedly. So was it time for those things? Is this a time to try to decipher what he means? So with that, on the other side, of course, you're going to get it was boring. I didn't understand. It flew over my head. I didn't understand what he was saying. Syrup sandwiches and crime allowances. What is he talking about, right? But on the other hand, if you're on the other side, of course you know what he's talking about. Um, I think this was a time to appeal to the masses. I do, but the same thing can be said on the other side. To quote a song, you can't please everybody. Because when it was playing quote unquote white music and YouTube, not YouTube, YouTube was playing during whatever Super Bowl that was, I remember tuning out because I'm like, I don't know their songs. So you can't say, okay, because my white friend doesn't know this song, he's not mainstream or he's not broad enough. Maybe he's not Michael Jackson pop style mainstream, but he's still mainstream. Don't get it twisted. So you can't please every part of the audience, but I do think as far as well, that's the thing. The beef was kind of mainstream. It depends on if you were involved with the whole beef or not. If you don't know about it, you don't know what not like us really means. But even though it was still a popular song, that's what everybody was waiting for. So I don't know. It's kind of a slippery slope. Should he have performed it? Should he have not? Personally, I think it's time to hang up the jersey of Not Like Us. I'm bumping 616 to LA, some Euphoria, uh, songs like that. But y'all tell me what y'all think down below. And yeah, what was it boring? Boring per se? I don't think it was, but I'll probably have more on what I think as a whole. Other performance, it was a good performance. I don't think it was better than the pop out, but that's an unfair comparison because of the time frame he had to fit the songs in, and the setting was different. You had a focused crowd at the pop out that knows all of your songs. Of course, you're going to have a better turnout. At the Super Bowl, you have a mix of fans that know the song and a mix of fans that don't know what the hell this guy's talking about. They just came to watch the game. So certain parts of his performance, the crowd was kind of quiet, and then they were loud for some parts. Mix that in, it's a big ass stadium. The acoustics are gonna be weird. He was dropping some frames here and there, or he was missing some words. What I mean, he would repeat some lyrics here and there when he forgot some lyrics. Like during DNA when he kept repeating, he did the Yeshua line like 2 times or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But things like that or what kind of brought it down for me. But those are just small, minor things. But as a whole, very creative. Uncle Sam, as I mean, Samuel L. is Uncle Sam. You know, you can't beat that. Genius, right? One of my favorite actors, SZA, beautiful voice. So you had that certain part for the ladies, I guess you, if you want to say, more softer side of the performance. One thing I would probably change is Man in the Garden. I think he should have did that at the beginning, kind of do like a Euphoria feel, start off slow, then go into the bangers, and increase the energy. I would have kept that same instrumental that's on the original track, and he swapped out the the beat or whatever, and he still did, you know, part of that verse on Man in the Garden. I wasn't too much of a fan of that change. I think he should have kept the original song or whatever. Other than that, he did some of his usuals, humble. Um, only thing off GNX he really did was Peekaboo, and now Peekaboo is more for his audience. I don't. That's definitely not a track for the casuals. So maybe you should have left that one out. But Luther is catching traction. I would have kept that in there. Um, trying to see. I can't remember anything else. But anyway, I got to end this video, guys. I'll yeah. Let me know down in the comments what y'all think. I'm out. Was it boring or not?